Joining me here in the studio is Seal.
Hello. Yeah, I'm really hyped about this game. Game 1 was pretty cool. I really liked what happened in it. It was a really cool game. But just looking at the teams here, there's a lot of people that I personally recognize, and just as far as they go, like I'm a fan of a couple of guys here. I'm really looking forward to this game.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll just round out the teams for everyone watching. We've got position 3, we've got Chiefs ESC. Position 4, we got Pathogen. Position 5, we got Tainted Minds. 6 with Dynasty ESC. 7th Lads. Position 8, we got SOF2 Gaming. 9 with Venga Boys. 10 with Kingdom Gaming. 11 with Tyrants Esports. 12 with Electricity. 13 with Matrix. 14 with Afterminds. And we got 15 at Yeah Nah. 16 will have One Tap. 17 Annihilators. 18 with Team Very Known. 19 Oddity Esports. 20 Arcade. 21 with Average Aussie Blokes. And following out with 22 at Spaghetti Tech.
Oh my god, the OC scene is just it's just so cool. Yeah, nah. I like the Chiefs the most, but they might come into a close second.
Yeah, nah. It's we say it all the time, mate. It's part of our vocabulary here.
I used to hang out with this Australian guy like a long time ago, and for a hot second, for about a month there, that phrase was part of my vocabulary. It was, even with the accent, it was very strange as an American boy.
So we've got I've just pulled up, I won't, when the plane starts, we'll cut you guys in the map, but we have got the path here that we can see, and we've got the 15 seconds on the clock. So the candy cane showing us the path. Very different to the last match. A bit better actually. Last match we
it's just shifted about like 2 kilometers north, which will make all the difference in the world. Yeah. Now it's also starting from the east instead of the west side. This is pretty much going to allow teams to go everywhere from their drop besides like Severny. The big question mark that I'm thinking about here is that Georgia Pool is a very, very important city that comes into play a lot. It can suit about 5 teams, and especially in these, well, I guess this is a 19-player lobby for some reason. We lost a team at some point, but in these higher team lobbies, when these locations, when these big cities aren't on the flight plan, there's going to be a much more awkward early game as teams are trying to scramble for whatever loot that they can grab. We saw that in game 1 where just a lot of people just didn't have stuff to fight with, I felt like.
Yeah, definitely. We did see that in game 1 where some of those teams got really split up just trying to get that loot, trying to get that grounding they needed. And as we say that, the teams are dropping, and we've got the perfect the bow shock, you would call it, of a boat where all the teams are dropping each left and right straight across the map. Much nicer candy cane this round.
I'm gonna call that from now on. Screw flight plan. I'm gonna call it the candy cane.
That's it. So we've got a much cleaner candy cane here for these teams, all dropping now. We've got straight down. We've got lots of teams dropping. We've got a team taking that mill to power straight away. We've got a team Milter as well. One team going straight across to Novo as well.
A couple of locations that I would expect to be occupied aren't this time. 2 very popular spots, Lipovka as well as the sort of the prison shelter split. That entire area, in fact, almost everywhere on the flight plan besides Gatka is not grabbed. Pachinki is empty. Shelter and prison are empty. Everything in the area, people are giving each other a lot of respect right now. And I kind of hope that these teams that are in this game sort of watch the stream and see this. Because if you recognize this, then there's a lot of free loot that you can get if you just say like, all right, it's on the flight plan, whatever, I'm gonna go there anyway. No one's gonna drop there, apparently.
Definitely. We've still got one team that hasn't even dropped yet. They're going for a military drop, so they're dropping all the way over there to Mill. Still parachuting down right now. Every other team has now landed and is getting their loot on.
Oh, Southern Georgia Pool. That's going to be the spot where fights are going to happen. Squad 22 versus Squad 10. That is definitely where the first fight's going to happen. Squad 10, the guys on Kingdom Gaming. Squad 22, Spaghetti Tech. Squad 10, they do have the Northern Sixes, so they got a lot of loot, but the apartments for Squad 22 are very easy to hold if they get lucky and find some early guns.
Squad 12 had a loose dropper straight on Squad 15. They're taken straight out by Sinkfist from 15.
Ooh, rip.
So that was yeah nah actually yeah nah taking someone away from Electricity there. So Electricity very split out around Yeah nah, a kilometer apart every player. And then we've got Squad 10 and 12. Very close proximity up here in South George. Do they know each other exist is the question.
They have to. They definitely saw each other on drop. And look at this. Squad 22 have been sitting here playing, holding these apartments for long enough that they probably are trying to punish any movement from the guys on Kingdom Gaming. The thing is here, though, is that Music here did pull up in the UAZ in the back sixes, So if theoretically a fight does not happen, Squad 10 get both the front sixes and the back sixes, these big 2-story buildings, and that is by far more loot that Squad 22 get in these apartments. So if a fight doesn't happen, then Squad 22 are going to be walking away with much less than Squad 10.
Definitely. It's gonna pull back out to the map here and see what everyone else is doing. We've got that mill drop has finally happened. We've got Squad 11 over there. The Tyrants Esports sitting at Novo. Got Matrix sitting on the mill island. We've got Chiefs ESC taking Gatka and the surrounding areas. Very spread out there.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty common for them, and we can kind of see why. They're very spread out, but there's almost no one that's here with them.
And as we say,
in fact, there is literally no one.
Staying to exchange shots on each other. Squad 2022, sorry. Staying to exchange squads. Kingdom Gaming versus Spaghetti Torch. Spaghetti Tech. Squad 22 being Spaghetti Tech and Squad 10 being Kingdom Gaming. For those of you watching,
Johnny Bravo was of Squad 22 was the recipient of those initial shots. The group of Kingdom Gaming though is very, very split right here. We see Spaghetti Tech here, all clubbed up in the same apartment building. So yeah, they don't have many angles. Yeah, they could get surrounded. But if anyone goes down from these windows, there's going to be a very easy res. Meanwhile, with how split that Kingdom is, if anyone goes down, they're dead for sure. And it looks like with Policeman here, he's kind of deciding whether or not he wants to take any shots. We saw him teasing the Wizard Tower, but with him falling back now, he's been called back saying, no, don't do that. If you get down, you're literally dead. Just get out of there. Let's take another fight. Let's live to see another day. Yeah,
it looks like Squad 10 here, the Kingdom Gaming guys, they are going to back out. They're not going to take this fight to Extra City just yet, to Spaghetti Tech just yet. They're going to back out and do it a bit later. You got Music, he's pushing back through his buildings very slowly. You've got Woods way over there sitting low. And as we said, the first drop here coming out at North George.
Yeah, I'd be pretty surprised if someone gets that. No one's even on the northern coastline, so that's going to be pretty hard for someone to get unless it's exactly Squad 10 or maybe Squad 19 to the far east. The guys on team, I think that is Oddity Esports.
Yeah.
But I just really want to stress Squad 10 how much I like this. There's very little value in taking early fights. The fact that they've identified that they were getting gate kept by Squad 20 by holding these apartments and avoid them anyway is really, really smart. And they're also walking with more loot. And look, this entire time that Get Tech has been holding here, they've got nothing. Look at this. Half their squads are running around with SMGs. They probably don't have much in the form of meds.
Some of them
yeah, they're in the zone, which is all right. This is not a good spot. This is not good for them. And look, there's actually another squad, it's Squad 6, that's further to the southwest. So if they go back over there for more loot, they're going to be taking a fight, and taking a fight with no armor, that's not great for them.
Now they've set up shop again, just in a single house. Once again, 10 spread out,
really
getting
weird.
all the loot. Just really, you know, just working the map around this Squad 22. Well, Squad 22 are very locked in place.
So they get Tech are just shaking in their boots, man. They're just scared to go anywhere, and whenever they go anywhere, they just go as a huge clump. It's definitely something to be said. And if they come across any solo players, they are going to die. You know, you're gonna win the 4v1, but at the same time, they've got like 4 buildings of loot at this point.
Whereas Squad 10 have now almost cleaned out all of South George on their own.
Mm-hmm.
And they're even in the zones. They don't spreading out, but they're not going to hang around. They're going to loot their way back towards Gatka slowly through that circle there.
They're even in the zone as well, so it's not like this fight needs to happen very, very quickly. They can kind of do whatever they want here. Looking at the map though, just sort of making sure we actually know what's going on elsewhere. Center of the zone's pretty much taken. Squad 8 getting the Rozok school split. Squad 20 as well having a couple of centralized compounds. Actually, literally every single centralized compound to themselves in form of solo. They might want to think about getting together soon. If a whole squad crashes any of these locations, then these solo players will have a very, very hard time holding that. But besides that, a lot of players elsewhere around the map actually taking a lot of time making their way in. Besides those 2 squads, everyone pretty much still looting where they dropped.
Yeah, we can see the guys at Mill have a vehicle. I'll go check see what vehicle that is. It looks like it's a bike. So not even a 3-seater bike, a 2-seater bike with Forks and Zed there. He's a Squad 13 coming in at Team Matrix. They're currently, he's just, you can see he's sort of scouting for a vehicle to try, and then we've got New Mori, he's gotten a buggy. So they have now got the vehicles to get out of there if they need to. Squid also getting a UAS, picking up Janky, so they're going to start making their way towards the bridge. Luckily for them, there are no bridge campers.
Yeah, that'd be pretty surprising to see in one of these games with the kind of drop that we had. I am surprised though to be seeing teams that aren't really like moving that fast. Usually we'd see teams like centering at this point, but at this point only the guys in Squad 21 have done that.
Yeah, we've got Team 11 here, which is Tyrants Esports, taking the boat straight from Novo, straight across up into just southwest of Farm there, running up the beach straight into those buildings. I'm not sure if Squad 14, which is Aftermind, if they got that looted before Squad 11 came through. I think they did.
Kind of hard to tell. Either way, though, they at least have a couple of cars, so they have some resources that they can use to sort of get around this area quickly. And even if it was looted previously, just gobble up whatever remains. Just
gonna swoop in quickly and check that. It does look like doors are open. Yeah, it has been looted. There's just a few pistols and the accompanying bullets hanging around the buildings for them.
Yeah, that ain't great value. That ain't great.
We've also got...
All right, I like this play. Can we look at Squad 20 here real quick, actually. They actually have decided, in center of the map, they've actually decided to grab both of these two centralized compounds. And I like this play, first of all, because it's more centralized than where they were previously in that apartment area in that compound east of Rozak. But also, by claiming both these two compounds, as long as they shoot all the teams that pass by a lot, then they're probably not going to get crashed by a foreman, man. So they've claimed two centralized compounds, and they can decide whichever one they're going to sit at by in the second circle when it shows up, whichever one will be more centered.
Yep. And we've also got 22 and 10 starting to exchange shots on them in South George. Now very close in proximity. 10 standing up.
Oh, yeah, they're just
4 buildings. Yep. And there we go. Shots off from police there with Keaton Fox and his squad there. Just everyone's just sitting at, and more shots are being traded. I can't really see what 22 are playing at here.
The slow fight.
Closing them on. They're all inside the
Oh,
zone.
they're still in. Yeah, they're still in, and I think that's the only reason why they're playing so conservatively, because it's like, all right, yeah, we are in the zone. It's not like we're gonna start chunking. I personally would want to have made a play before now, but it's not like that they're gonna just explode for doing what they're doing. I disagree with you, and I think that there isn't a real end game, but they could still take a W for this, especially with Policeman not really getting much backup from his teammates.
He has actually been knocked to half health. He's currently healing up, burning up those bandages. Throwing a grenade and missing, so it lands inside his own building. It is a smoke, thankfully. But he is getting grenaded. He's he's out. Away. He's out. He's done.
I like that play. Just get out of there, man. Zone looking pretty.
Chief's taking a knock there. Looks like
I was just looking at that. Oh, Ruin's really hot. Yeah, look at that.
Sharky taking out 19 as well from Squad 6 there from Dynasty.
Yeah, Dynasty here. They have a pretty decent spot, but look, Shuki is right below, just kind of sneaking below, and his squad not in a great spot to help him out. Enchilada is there to the northeast, but to the far north, CZR Osh is not in a great spot to help out. And look at this. It looks like that Squad 6 has had enough. They're going to be leaving with their vehicles. Are the Chiefs going to be able to punish this? It looks like the answer is no. I think that despite being in such close proximity, they will be able to drive away here.
As they say that, Sharky has stayed. The other team have bolted, but Sharky he's hungry for this kill. He knows.
Oh, and this is where they're leaving. Look at this new zone, actually. Actually, it is a pretty dang hard shift to the west. And previously, the north side of the zone wasn't really in play. But with it still being in the zone, about a 40-60 split in favor of the south side, we're going to be seeing some teams head up north, maybe grab that crate, but also we're going to be seeing a lot of teams shoved into the south side. I'm liking the Chiefs spot because they're one of the few teams that have a compound here on the south side already, but if you're coming in late with these vehicles, you're going to be in a lot of trouble if you drive past these compounds.
Yeah, for sure. We've got Champs and Edge holding the south side. They can see Squad 13. They've seen them, but I don't know if Edge is taking shots at them. Those Champs.
Very wide split. Yeah, they realize exactly what spot they're in. And oh my goodness, that SKS shot from Potato, taking out Piddles from off that bike. Great shots from them. But this 2-2 split they have, 2 players in the compound, 2 players to top the hill. That compound is so bad at seeing areas around them. But by having Champs and Edge on that hill, they're able to take a lot of free shots at cars they're driving by. And what are they going to do? It's not like they're going to, like, they're not going to be able to hit them by leading out their cars. These are, it could look a little bit dangerous, but it's actually pretty free right now. It's very safe.
Yeah, like there's no one near them at the moment that can actually attack them. There's cars driving past that they're picking people out of, but other than that, they're in a very safe position.
Yeah, just raising hell for a lot of these squads, I feel. These cars are driving past them. I'm wondering where they're going, because there's also Squad 6. They're taking a lot of shots at these passing cars in a similar sort of pseudo gatekeeping spot. Just looking at the south side of the zone, I'm counting about 10 or 11 squads that are here already on the south side of the white. This is going to get real congested real soon, and especially when that next circle pops. If it does not go south, that's going to be a certain kind of show that I'm not allowed to say right now.
Yeah, as we see though, we've got green squad 8. So SOF2 Gaming coming south, just to add 2 people in the south zone here. They're going to come across Champs though, and Edge. They're driving straight into them, and the Chiefs can hear them. They're setting up.
Yeah, buggies don't provide much protection, man. Shots coming out already. They drive right into Champs and Edge. Downey getting down. I love this play. Oh, but as it happens, Craven Sabers get out. They're looking to take a fight here.
So walked at. He's on his own. He's taking shots from. Did he knock Champs? He did.
He did.
And then Edge gets walked at, and they knock. Champs is gone. They finish Champs, and then Critical, P-Potato, and Edge rip the other team, the rest of that team to shreds. But Champs does be the casualty for Chiefs there.
Yeah, that I gotta say that was literally suicide from SF2 Gaming Squad 8. They were able to get a kill out of it, but they will be the first ones going out in 19th place from that. Zone is going to be popping here soon. Currently 2 squads on the north side, about 15 on the south, and still 2 to the far east that have found themselves blue tanking. The shrink, though, is going to be very, very important. It's going to be sticking south. These guys that went north are going to be kind of not feeling too happy. The ruins is where the end game is probably going to be.
It's going to be a very interesting end game. Ruins and Watertown there together. It's going to be very hilly, lots of foliage, lots of cover. And as we say that, Squad 11 getting a hit on Squad 15 here. Squad 15 way out in the open.
And a kill.
And a kill, finishing off Fico from Tyrants Esports. They're currently shooting down Nah. Nah, losing someone, but Squad 11 not easing up. Like, you can see them there. They're pushing through the buildings. They're not.
Yeah,
as I say that, they're jumping the buggies. Are they going for the kill?
Yeah.
Or are they going to back?
They really shouldn't. If you're driving a squad like this, that's a big open field right there. Unless they want to drive into Gakaba at that point. Look, there's 35 seconds left in the zone. What, are you going to take and finish a fight in like 15 seconds? No. You got to have something else going. They're going into the zone because of that. But last time I checked that side of the zone, there was a lot of people that were ready to shoot them. I don't know how they're going to get in here on the southwest side when there's so many teams that are here.
And yeah, they're going straight in between 15 and 12 now. They're trying. I can see they're trying to wrap west and get up, but they're also going to come across Squad 22 very soon as they come around. Squad 12.
Oh, but Squad 12, they downed themselves. There's only Duffy who's actually here and ready to shoot. The stars are literally aligning for Squad 11. I think if there's 3 guns instead of 1 that can shoot them, they die. But because there's only 1 guy, they all get a bye scot-free.
They did, straight in. So they're now in the zone, back in play. We've got Squad 22 hanging out really far out on the west here. Spaghetti Tech sitting there still. And we got Extricity coming in now. That's Squad 12 who were just shooting at Squad 11, which is Tyrants Esports. Extricity now pushing into the zone. 15 still playing it very safe, also out of the zone. It's about to pass over them. 14 and 11 trading shots. 12 and 6 12 also trading shots. 19 and 13 trading shots. And Chiefs sitting on their hill. Not
the numbers are killing each other.
That's it.
Yeah.
Lots of shot trading here.
This west side is going to be really, really rough. We got 2 teams on Everest, 11 and 10 there. And further west, we have 3 different squads that are pretty much not going to be in zone. It's going to be a really rough for them as they make their way in. And Everest, there's not a lot of cover here, and especially as we on the southwest side exactly. 4 different squads within about 500 meters of each other right now.
It's very busy this West Bank. We got like, look how close 15 and 22 are right now.
They're so
Do they even?
They're right in front of them.
Here we go. And as we said, that Keaton Fox taking shots at Strange. Will Strange get away? He might. Keaton not able to get him through that foliage there.
Stinkfist is literally right next to him.
They're not. Oh, look how close these squads are.
The zone's pushing them in right next to each other. Johnny Briscoe in the wrong side of Stinkfist UMP, but does not matter. Meanwhile, Squad 15 getting shot in the back by 11. They gotta take this fight right now. 22 just running him over, getting 2 quick downs. And look at that, Strange is the last one left. He is not willing to partake in this fight. Honestly, the right play. His team was getting third party. He realized it was a losing battle, and now he's gonna be trying to sneak his way in as a solo. Meanwhile, Squad 22, they made a lot of noise, and they are walking into the entirety of Squad 11, who look like they have 3 players that are down right now. It's just holy shit. I can say that because it is his name. Who have 3 players that are down on Everest. And as I say that, they're getting finished off by the guys to their east. This is just a crapshoot here on the west side.
Squad 22 coming up on... Oh, they're so close to Squad 12.
Oh, all right.
So Extricity coming up on Spaghetti Tech, taking out Spaghetti himself. Razak's trying to get the trade, but he will not make that zone. He's going to get knocked by the zone. And now we've got Keaton Fox, the final solo standing man from Squad Spaghetti Tech here. He's not going to go for the pickups. He's going to try and go for the flank.
Well, he's got to get to the zone. By the way, if you could turn your mic down real quick, apparently some complaints about that. But he's the only one from his squad. I think he used his last first aid kit. And Extricity, I think that they have an idea that, yeah, they definitely know he's here. And look, he's not even going to make it. And that one shot did him in a little bit too much. 5 seconds before the shrink, though, they're going to have to go east. And inside the zone, there are 3 squads right here. Everyone else has to fight their way in.
So Squad 10 just dropped straight on Squad 11 and knocked out Squad 11. So Squad 11 have been taken out. Squad 10 and 12, which is Kingdom Gaming and Electricity, sitting very on top of each other here. They're going to run across each other very soon, any moment now. Jumping on a bike. Electricity keeping up the hill. Are they going to get them? They get 2. They're going to go. Yeah, they're going to finish 2. And Twerkyfish out for 10 there. So Music and Policeman splitting from the rest of Squad 10, leaving Squad 10 to be knocked out. As we said, at 14, taking 1 more of Electricity out. Duffy is gone.
Yeah, Squad 14, they're able to get some really good gatekeeps going on there, but they do still have to make their way into the zone. And Squad 6, they hold a couple of 2-story buildings. That's going to be really hard to move past as they make their way to the new zone.
Squad 16 also sitting outside the zone, not even making their way in. They're just sitting. I don't think they're aware that they're entirely alone on that southeastern side there.
That's a pretty good place to be. You can kind of play passive, but oh, look at the ruins right now. There's Squad 20. They're holding the sort of interior section. Really hard to press in here, and they're getting surrounded like a snake by the guys on Squad 19. They're not too willing to take this fight. They're trying to fish for some frags. Maybe if they get it down, they can push in, but until that happens, they're going to be trying to play passive, wait for a peak that goes wrong for these guys.
So we've got Not Frank from Electricity sitting outside the zone as well, with his teammate getting torn up by Squad 10 and Squad 4. They're getting sandwiched between 2 squads.
Oh man, there's 4 players.
Knock on Squad 4. That's Kingdom Gaming getting a knock on Pathogen there. Not forgetting, we've also got Tainted Minds. You can see that Chiefs and Tainted Minds both taking high grounds and playing very safe compared to these other teams.
Yeah, Tainted Minds, though, I think they only have 3. Yeah, they only have 3 players up, and that's a bit risky when you're holding the tops of these hills and are being kind of unable to.
Minds gets knocked by Jumsy from Annihilators from Squad 17 there.
Yeah, good stuff right there. And now look at this. We're seeing exactly why this can get a little bit risky. They only have 1 player that's actually up, and as soon as that 1 player goes down, they stop peeking the hills. They stop putting pressure out, and this allows teams that are around them to actually move around a lot. Oh, looks like, did you see fight going on in the ruins right now? It looks like the guys on Squad 13 are actually making a move on Squad 20. They're already able to get down to Rafi, and now the only 3 players left up, Dusty, Nonreg, and Deeth, are forced back inside the compound they were holding.
Yeah, so Rafi just sitting there. I don't think they're going to be able to get to him.
Nah, not a chance, especially with Janky being where he is.
With Squad 19 now raining grenades onto Rafi. As as we say that, 13, P Janky coming in, third manning that kill on Rafi, knocking him out. Does he know the rest of the squad is very close detail? He's backing straight out. So squad 13,
new zone
20, 13, and 14, all within a stone's throw of each other, all converging on this area in ruins here.
And they got to go to the new zone. And this new zone, there's a whole lot of nothing right there. Tainted Minds have by far the best spot, some great cover, and arguably the only cover. That's one team that has good cover. There are 13 teams still in this game.
Chiefs also still holding that building, and they have managed to snake the zone again.
Barely. It's not going to be in the next one, but it is good for now, and that's really what matters.
And as we say that, one of the Pathogen team getting knocked down there by Chiefs players. Trying to push up the hill, but Tainted Minds and Chiefs both raining. Kingdom Game also taking shots when they can say, as we said, that's 19 trading kills.
Oh my goodness.
19 down to one player, but as we said, they've got Forks also held. Will Shuey try and get that kill on Forks, or will he hold? With squad 20 also just watching from the left there. It looks like 13 are going to ditch Forks. They're not going to try and get it. They do let him go, and as we said, that known reg from squad 20, which is Arcade, gets
Special K, yeah.
Yeah, he gets knocked straight down with a car 98 there.
Yeah, I saw that from my view. It was pretty bloody for that one. Last duo is really trying to make the way on the north side. Tainted Minds will be seeing all of it go down, but they're not gonna have to do too much. These guys are just eating each other alive.
Yeah, so we've got squad 19 entirely out now. They're wiped. We've got squad 20 with 2 alive, 14 with 3, 13 with 2, and then we've got Mitten Cake here from squad 7, which is the lads, leaving his solo face. Their duo that's left, and you've just got Big Dong Pom. He's sitting way back in Watertown still, with all of squad 17, which is Annihilators around him. I'm not sure he knows they're around him.
I'm not sure either. The zone is closing though, so they gotta go soon, man. This north side, I feel like there just isn't any answers for these guys that are coming in late. Even if they kill each other, there's still Tainted Minds in the hill that can get some very, very good shots on all of them.
We've also got squad 16 playing so conservatively every zone. You see they sit outside that zone until it closes before they move. Not taking any risks.
Very smart
Squad 16
play.
being the one-tap team. And we've got Squad 9 playing a very similar game from Venga Boys. Also just sitting in buildings, waiting for that zone to close, seeing where the new zone is, and then pushing through. The downside is that they burn up lots of bandages staying alive. And as we say that, some of the squads get taken out by Chiefs. Chiefs taking out someone from Dynasty ESC and killing him as well.
Big fight on the southwest side, actually. The Chiefs were able to get a third party, but on the fight between Squad 4 and the 6 between Pathogen and Dynasty, the guys on Dynasty getting gay-capped really hard. A nice frag from Vasily, able to get ace gun. Kebab running behind these smokes, trying to make his way in. I think he's the only one left up from his squad, and getting gay-capped by 3 players. As soon as he runs out from the smoke, he is going to get lit up, and oh my goodness, that was a firing line if I ever saw one. They clear the southwest side for now. Now they got to contend with the new zone. And look, this is exactly what I was talking about. Tainted Minds have the only spot of cover in the zone. Chiefs, their little yellows are no longer in. They're going to need to find some way to skirt into the east side. But once they go east, they got to deal with the remnants of ruins. And there's a lot of teams that have made their way in on the north side from that angle.
We've got squad 14 and squad 20 literally stone's throw from each other right now. We've got Dusty just got knocked by Freeze K. Got 3v1 situation here with squad 14 being the 3 with Diathi Mayud picking up. He's trying to pick up his friend Dusty, but he can hear the footsteps. That's how close they are. He can hear them.
So unnerving.
He knows they're there, and he can.
That's so spooky.
Straight up into his face. He gets freeze. He can see Frog. He doesn't.
Oh.
He manages to knock Frog down low. He's still in full health. If he pushes them now, he might actually 3v1 them. But he's not.
Yeah, he can't know that though.
Yeah, he can't know that. Special K trying to pick up Freeze K himself there. As we can see here, I'm going to pan out here for you all to see. You can see Prog Dog holding that line of protection. Looks like Squad 20 are going to go back behind the rock and the smoke. They're not going to hang around and fight this. No, they're out.
Yeah, but they're heading towards Tainted Minds, though. There's a big fight happening over there. Tainted Minds able to get 2 downs with the 4-minute Squad 17. That's now down to just Jumsy.
Yep. Cutting over to Tainted Minds on top of this hill here.
Whoa.
They've got Andy C knocked. It's going to drop back to the map here so we can see all the shots in real time. So much happening.
Okay, the north side definitely a very, very hot spot right now. Chiefs actually making their way on the northwest side. They're trying to finish these squads off. They already finished off squad 14. Now trying to get some further shots onto the boys on Matrix and squad 13 coming on the northeast side. They're doing a great job so far, and it looks like they're one of the big powerhouses that could take the north side of the zone.
Definitely. So we've got Chiefs and Tainted Minds here, both pushing down together. Just going to snuff out squad 20 and squad 30 and then possibly come across each other, which could take the two top 10. I would say two of the better known teams against each other earlier on than I expected.
Yeah, even ignoring better known, they're the teams that are in the best spot tactically in this game right now. Tainted Minds meanwhile pushing, finishing off Nemi Nori, sending his team into 7th place. There'll be Matrix going on there. There is still Daith from Squad 20 who is literally just prone and saying, please don't look down here. There's no reason for anyone to be here, so why would you look at me? Just don't do it. And it's working out pretty well so far. Tainted Minds are fighting against the Chiefs. But I think he might have been spotted now.
Yeah, he hasn't been spotted because Tedesco almost.
Oh yeah,
Tedesco, rip. And as we say that, Galway comes over the back of the bullet, knocking out squad 20. So northern side, we've got Chiefs and Tainted Minds trading a couple shots. They know each other are there, and then we've got squad 16, squad 9, and squad 4 in the bottom there. They're also trading shots. Squad 4 with one man.
Wow.
And
if you're on the south side here, there's literally no hope. Just look at this map real quick. There's nothing that you can do across this field.
Yeah, we got the map up here, and we got squad 4 just getting knocked out. Pathogen are gone, wiped out by squad 16, which is a one-tap. The team one-tap that have always been sitting out of the zone, always late to move, very conservative. It seems to be paying off with them. They've only lost one player, so they're a squad of 3, and we've got the final guy from squad 9 here, Venga Boys. He's prone. Yeah, he's sitting behind a rock. He's going, oh, don't see me. Please don't see me, guys. And as we say that, both Chiefs and
oh, poor guy. Okay, that's it. We got 9 alive. We got 3 teams up. 3v3v3, all fighting. King of the Hill. Tainted Minds currently is it, but look how much cover there is. Both the Chiefs as well as the guys on one tap will be able to make their way to the zone. But the Tainted Minds being in the middle of this, we were saying how good their spot is. But now I feel like they might get shot from both sides if both these teams push at the same time.
Yeah, and I don't think I think Pete Potato just saw Husey across. So Chiefs do know that team is lower as well.
At this point, I think that all these players are playing this very smart. They've all claimed a corner of the zone. They realize the string is happening right now, and they know there isn't too much of a reason to actually make a push until the zone forces itself out. If any of these one teams get the new zone, they're saying, okay, we're just going to sit here. These other 2 teams are going to fight each other, and then we'll kill the 3rd squad. But until it happens, I'd be very surprised to see a push. Despite that happening, though, we're seeing the Chiefs being pretty aggressive in their peaks, as well as Husey on the far east side, making his way very, very aggressively up this hill.
Yeah, we've got Edge also trying to flank, as you can see. He's going out.
Whoa! That's a surprise. Jordan Gorway.
Yeah, so Jord getting a very good shot there on Galway, knocking him, but he is getting picked up by Joshy. And as I say that, keen for kills, raining grenades on that Tainted Minds team to try and force them out. And as we said, another grenade getting Galway again while he was healing. Also got the firebomb also thrown onto Galway there, so it's hard for Joshy to pick him up safely with Team 16 really putting pressure on Tainted Minds here. Chiefs just playing it safe, just watching from afar, you could say.
I'm surprised that we didn't see a push there from Squad 16 after they got that down, but they are putting a lot of damage on the Tainted Minds, and then the new zone has popped, pretty much forcing the Chiefs more than anyone else here. They will be moving up here soon. Critical Motion leading the way, and the Tainted Minds, all they gotta do is keep surviving. They just have to wait here on top of this hill, play King of the Hill. If they can do that, then they can win this game. Oh, these grenades, though.
These grenades are brutal on Tainted Minds. As I say that, Chiefs are
going in.
Going in for a hard push here. Galway sees critical. He's not going to see him dead. He's taking out.
Tainted Minds are down.
Tainted Minds are out. It's now Chiefs versus 16, which is a one.
Oh, Edge gets Keen behind the tree. He's up here at the front. He spots Husey, gets down, but Critical helping him out there. It's just Husey up on the far northeast side. He's not even in the zone. He has nothing going for him. Potato almost blows his head off with the SKS. He needs to get these players, but Critical Motion flanking from the side, flushes him out. Edge takes him out there. Chiefs win their second game here at the PGI OC qualifiers. Great play. And look at that kill count as well. They got 17 kills, and that was with losing champs pretty dang early in the game. A great showing from the Chiefs.
Indeed, yeah. So we've got Chiefs coming in at first. We've got second place was One Tap and third place going to the way of Tainted Minds. Tainted Minds having 8 kills. One Tap having 7 kills, and then we've got
Math is hard.
Yeah. Got the Chiefs there, 17 kills though.
Really impressive stuff from them. I'm a fan. I love the way they play. I thought they played that end game very, very well. Only pushing when they knew they had a pretty dang good advantage. Tainted Minds, they had a really good spot for that entirety of that game. But when it came down to it, having 2 squads that are that close to you and being in the center of the zone, being in the center of the zone is pretty good if you have cover. But once you get to that hill-to-hill combat, once you get to a situation where you're in the center of the zone, but there's no other squads on the edge to fight but you, that's when it gets really bad. And Tainted Minds, even if they realized that, there wasn't really anything they could do about it, because they take one squad on, otherwise it's going to shoot you in the back. So
as soon as
kind of got bad luck.
Noise or push the squad. If the squad knew they weren't the ones getting shot at, they would have just rushed them straight away.
Yeah. But hey, third place, still pretty good.
That's it. Third place in the second round there of that match. Going to a break now. We will be back in about 15 minutes, 5 to 15 minutes for the next round. I am Hyperion, and this is joined by Seal here. We'll be back very soon, and hope to see you when we get back.
Apparently my mic was way too loud.